Are we recording? Yeah, we are recording. Fucking me. The Way of Hermes, translation of the Corpus Hermeticum. There's something I've noticed here. It seemed to surprise a couple of chummies that I was chatting to that they hadn't noticed it before. Now, the Hermetic ladder, the ascension through these spheres, right? When we go to page 23, which is actually paragraph 25 of the Corpus Hermeticum book 1, it says here, thus a man starts to rise up through the harmony of the cosmos. To the first plane he surrenders the activity of growth and diminution. That's the moon. To the second, the means of evil, trickery, now being inactive. That's Mercury. To the third, covetous deceit, now inactive. That's Venus. And to the fourth, the eminence pertaining to a ruler, being now without avarice. That's the Sun. To the fifth, impious, daring and reckless audacity. That's Mars. And to the sixth, evil impulses for wealth. That's Jupiter. All of these being now inactive. And to the seventh plane, the falsehood which waits in ambush. Now that's Saturn. And there is a few other references in the book, veiled references towards these spheres. And beyond the eighth, the fixed stars, and beyond that, the sphere of God. And you know, as you read this, you can't help but notice a kind of subtle understanding of the roundness of planets, or the spherical nature of planets, including the Earth, and the fact that the whole universe is in a state of movement, and the fact that the Earth is fixed relatively, the Earth is moving relatively speaking, and the stars, obviously, you know, the zodiac, the fixed stars as they pass overhead are turning around a fixed point. All of these kind of notions, which there's even mention of a fixed speed, which could pertain to the speed of light. And it just goes to show that through meditation, contemplation, and conversation, it's possible to have a wider and deeper understanding beyond scientific capabilities. So this is really, really fascinating. I've read it before under a different translation. This is the second translation, but this one's a lot more lucid and clear, actually. But it's nice to have had two perspectives on the text, and again, it's that feeling of, you know, like you see, well, this is just a book, right? It's like, oh, the Hermetic text, just pick it up off the bookshelf, and it's just that whole modern life, you know, it's a product, it's with all the information out there, it's how much time do you give to anything? It's just that whole we're so spoiled in a way, you know. It's mind-boggling, really. And I can't help but feel, and also to know, actually, in ways that I cannot go into, that there is a real significant truth being conveyed within these texts. And it makes me think, and it makes me mourn for everything that's been lost all across the world. I've spoken before about the cultural treasures that have been destroyed in my home country, and that applies equally to the Americas. It applies to the burning of the Library of Alexandria, and it's sickening, but it does appear that the perennial truth can never really be lost. It will always be sewn back in through the minds of those who are receptive and take these matters seriously, I guess. Oh, in the woods at the moment. It's almost a sunny Sunday. The sun is trying to shine, and I'm just going to finish off the last chapter or two of this before I perform my morning meditation and pray for strength to remain steadfast and keep myself together.